I imagine my dad emerged from a ball of lightning like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator 2. That's how I imagine baby Howie Long showed up on planet Earth. He's just such a force of nature, man. I'm so glad he's here. Love you, Dad.
I am too. Howard Matthew Moses Long.
Yep. So happy birthday, Howie Long.
Happy birthday, Big How. Love you, man.
Dad.
Whoa. It's a simultaneous love you.
Welcome to the Freak Show.
Welcome to the Freak Show. Hey, I worry that we had too much fun before the show.
I know we had a lot of fun.
Vibes were high.
Ordered lunch. I ordered you guys slushies from Kung Fu Tea here in Charlottesville. You know, sometimes I'll think the whole day about ordering a slushie when I get home.
I can see why, because I will never forget this slushie.
Okay, so I got you guys these slushies. I got a couple of us my favorite flavor, which is taro. I have no idea how to describe the flavor.
Butter on popcorn.
I love it.
It's purple. It is the most disgusting thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Okay, anybody out there that's ever had a taro slush, you know he doesn't have taste.
Well, what about, could it have been the Turkish food that I ate right before?
Yeah, maybe it didn't mix well. Give it another shot. Reed, what did you think? You had the purple one. Shoot me straight.
High sugar.
High sugar? You think there's a lot of... I guess 30% sugar I put.
What does that mean?
That means
it's like a sliding
if you get
scale?
it normal, you would get 3 times.
Oh, I think I needed the sugar.
You thought there was a lot of sugar in there?
He's saying there's a lot of sugar in there at 30%.
Yeah, and I'm thinking 3 times.
Okay, well, tell us if
but Reed, didn't this taste like ass?
Buttered popcorn,
yeah.
100%. Ass, not as much.
Like wet ass.
Haven't tried it.
like cold buttered popcorn
Yeah.
that you drank.
Do you taste that when you taste it?
I didn't know how to describe it, but that makes a lot of sense.
What?
So that's one of my grievances against you. We'll be airing some more grievances in a few minutes.
Hey, hold on a minute there, player. Okay, it's a combo of ground taro root, which...
Not for you.
Who knows? Jasmine tea, okay, milk, sugar, and tapioca pearls. I don't think I like tapioca.
It's good. It's all good.
It's pudding for old folks, yeah?
Yeah. Hey, can I ask you guys a question? I got 2 questions for the chat here. One's a code break. Is it a code break to smell the deodorants in CVS?
As long as I have the plastic covering on top, you can smell them.
Oh, I take the plastic covering off.
Oh, that's
Wait, you mean the second plastic covering or the first one?
The first, I take the first and the second off.
Oh, yeah,
I think taking the second off.
You think that's a code break?
Code break.
Really?
Yeah. Yep, can't do that.
Damn.
Yeah. You can't expose.
People be walking by me in the aisle and I'm all self-conscious and shit.
By the way, you're almost 40. How have you not settled on a deodorant?
Well, they come out with all new types of, smells and fragrances like every month now.
You're right. You're living better.
I gotta try them all.
I've been setting my ways here.
Yeah, and I ditched aluminum.
Aluminium.
Aluminium. So it's not aluminum.
No.
I was thinking they were putting like Reynolds wrap up your armpits.
Yeah. You a deodorant or an antiperspirant?
Don't know.
Well, you got that. Have you told the people
about sweating?
Yeah.
I've told the people. I used to sweat a lot. Now I don't. I did Botox under my arms.
So you can probably just go DO.
It's the best thing in the world, dude. Like, yeah, I got a fucking big line on my forehead and all that. And like if I had to choose between doing Botox to fix my Frankenstein head or to stop sweating, I chose under the arms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would suggest it for anybody out there with what is it? I don't know what the medical term is.
Sweat gland?
Hypo something.
Yeah.
I've got it. So I'm a survivor.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Second question. When your charger's low at home and you have a significant other and their phone's, plugged in and your phone's like low charge and you're looking at their phone and you're like, can I take their phone off the charger? What is the Mendoza line for where it becomes a code break? Like, under what percentage of charge does my significant other need to have for me to abstain from switching my phone out with hers?
It's a good question that I think I understand.
Yeah, basically, like, imagine Kate's just plugged her phone in 30 minutes ago, and she might be in the green. She might be at like 28%, and your phone's at like 1 or 2%.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like not
I think it
that you let your
depends
phone
more
get
on
down.
yours.
Yeah.
If you're at 1 or 2, this is a triage situation.
Yeah,
You got to
okay.
get on the charger.
Okay, I was gonna say if she's in the green, I can change her out.
Yeah. To leave it on all night, overnight,
Yeah.
yours,
Yeah,
I would want her to be north of 35.
not the best question.
Not a great question. I guess
Move
the
on to the next
follow-up
thing.
question would be, where's your charger? Why isn't your charger? Why don't you have a charger on your
We'll be
side
in
of
the.
the bed?
We're in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Say we're in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
There's one charger.
Mm-hmm. I guess that's when I would say, hey, wife, mind if I... And then there's no, you take out the guessing.
My wife is. She has what's called little man's complex. So it's like she guards things. Like I take a sip out of a water that's on the kitchen counter for like a day, and she's like, "That's my water."
Mm.
I'm like, oh, there's fucking water everywhere.
Yeah, I'm with Meg.
You're with Meg?
Yeah, you can't, germs.
Okay.
This slushy was awful.
Well,
Thank you for it.
no problem.
Do you want it?
No. Your mouth was on it.
Oh,
You're sick every 3 days, dude. I get an immune disorder, an autoimmune disorder.
Hey, you better hope I don't go and get that diagnosis. You're going to be feeling right bad about yourself.
I feel worse if I drink after you.
No. That's the thing, though, because your immune system would just say, nah, whereas mine takes in the illness.
Reed, what do we have today?
We got a lot of fun today.
Yeah. It's freaky.
This is the freak show.
Yeah, feeling freaky.
But we've got some guys making some money and breaking some records. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Macon's got his admin hat on.
Well, that's my admin hat, and I will be wearing it when it gets to be the
Are you
segment.
serious?
Yeah, dude, I brought it in.
Damn.
I used to, in like my 3rd or 4th year in the league, I had these fucking stupid hats that I got into, like, because we had to wear suits on the road. So I bought these dumbass fucking derby hats, and I got like 3 or 4 of them in my closet. Never threw them away for
Smart.
situations where you got to play dress up.
I feel like
Dress
this,
like Dom Draper.
that the monitor's like 8 feet away, but I feel like this is the best I've looked in the studio.
Yeah, you look good. It's
a good hat.
It's not the hat, though.
Oh, I think it is that.
It's the glasses.
Oh, I think it's a combo. Yeah.
Okay.
I got
Glasses.
a little Walter White going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
International
Yeah, we'll
sex
pencil in
symbol
some-
he is.
Pencil in some facial hair.
I don't need to pencil it in, Reed. Just let me grow
Same.
it for a few months.
That I will say that you look like the blonde cavalier. What was it, 2 years ago?
Huh?
You look like the blonde cavalier. Like
We
the
had a
UVA
blonde
mascot.
cavalier. Yeah.
The
Okay.
UVA mascot. You looked exactly like him if he had blonde hair with the mustache.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
You're
That's
the
a compliment.
personification of our mascot.
You
Okay.
posted a picture. It
If the
was-
mascot had albinism.
Oh, you mean when I had facial hair?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yes, because you posted a picture. You looked.
I've been there.
UVA hat.
I've been where he is
My
currently for 2 minutes.
I don't know. We should probably post that picture,
I think you did post.
You looked good, man.
Yeah, I
You
don't
should
know.
grow
That was
that
a
back.
Twitter post.
Grow that back.
Because I remember it was.
How much money for you to grow your beard out?
The problem is it just looks so stupid for 6 weeks.
Yeah, but then week 7, it's like the best you've ever looked.
I would rock it all the time, but my wife hates it.
Yeah, she doesn't want you to look all hot.
Oh,
Bunch of competition.
good point.
Yeah, right now, safe.
$3,000.
You get some, huh?
What do you mean safe?
Well, you look like a Make-A-Wish kid. You could get some sympathy.
So she'd rather have
She'd rather you look sickly when you leave the house, not like
she'd rather have sickly to herself than hot,
and just
open for business.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. That's why my wife let me walk around with a mullet for like 2 years.
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah.
Had a man bun for a while. She was like, "Yeah, sure, no problem."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had one of those for a second.
That works well into grievances, sports grievances, right?
It does.
I think so.
Yeah. Talk me through that segue.
Well, we've got. You were talking about how your wife might have a grievance against your
Yeah,
haircut,
that's true. Okay,
but,
I'm there. Yeah.
But she was okay with it.
Yep.
How high of a grievance really is it? Let's do a grievance scale. On
Macon just gassed the studio.
You can
Jesus.
smell that?
No, but I'm watching your faces. I can basically smell it on this side of the room. I guess first thing is grievances. Y'all had this story that you keep referencing. It's a soccer thing. And you said you'd, I don't know, tell me about it.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it.
Okay.
I know it like 60% well, which
Maybe
I think
Matt knows the other 40.
is a good percentage to convey. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So the United States men's national team coach is Greg Berhalter.
Right.
He was he played collegiate soccer at North Carolina.
Yep.
Where he met his now wife.
Yeah.
All right. So in the World Cup, just stick that in your pocket.
Uh-huh.
In the World Cup, he's got a player named Gio Reyna.
Uh-huh.
Young cat, good player. Son of Claudio Reyna, former star at the University of Virginia.
Yep.
Now, Claudio Reyna is married to Danielle, now Reyna.
Mm-hmm.
She played college ball at the University of North Carolina.
Got it.
All right, so we got 3 Tar Heels and a Wahoo. Not
Right.
terribly
Yeah,
relevant, but just
Yeah.
keeping it together. So Gio didn't play so much at the World Cup,
Right.
and we don't know why.
Yep.
And then he was thrown under the bus by, will we say Greg Berhalter directly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He intimated that a player threw a little shit fit and then had to apologize to the team for throwing the shit fit. And it turns out it's Gio. It was not hard to read between the lines who it was. It was always going to be Gio.
And he admitted to it in an Instagram post the day after Berhalter.
Right.
And Gio is 20 years old, plays for Borussia Dortmund in Europe.
Yeah. So then in the last week or so, U.S. Soccer comes out and says they're looking into an incident involving Greg Berhalter from his past. Greg comes out, gets ahead of it, says, hey, regrettably, I kicked my now wife when we were in college during a night of drinking.
Kicked her.
Kicked her in her legs. Interesting that he said legs and not leg. Kicked her
Also,
in her
it's
legs.
kind of like an MMA situation. You can get, if you're a mixed martial artist and you hit somebody out in the streets, that's assault with a deadly weapon. I feel like a soccer player, same thing.
So not cool. Don't kick anybody.
Yeah.
Period. But I guess he was 18 or so.
Yeah.
Once more, they were in college. But people are kind of scratching their heads. Why this come out? Why now? This is strange. Well, it only took a day or two for it to come to light that the whistleblower, so to speak, was mother of Gio Reyna, cat who didn't play very much at the World Cup, Danielle Reyna. There for a few hours, the story was it was Claudio. Gio's mother has fallen on the sword saying, nah, it was
Since
me.
taking the credit almost.
Right. And she's also said that our guy Greg here is minimizing what happened, that it was actually much worse than how he describes it and very traumatizing for Greg's wife at the time at UNC when they were kids. Point being, this is really intense, hardo, youth sport parent
Energy.
times 7.
Well, also, when you throw people under the bus, you never know what happens as a result. You make enemies.
Right.
Yeah. And if you've kicked
Greg
people in your past, maybe you should,
give Gio a
careful.
little run.
be careful.
Hey, who in the world knows that I kicked my wife? The parents of Gio Reyna.
Yeah, well, he's
To add, Greg and Claudio have known each other since they were in high school. They played on the national team together. They are best friends. Danielle and Rosalind, Greg's wife, are best friends from their playing days at UNC, which you mentioned.
boy,
I'm
this
getting
is
the whole
this
best
league.
friend sense these
This
days.
league.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah,
but
well, I mean,
they certainly. Greg was like a father figure to Gio in his past.
Yeah.
this
But
isn't
probably
as
not.
juicy as I thought it was
Cutter.
going to be. I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
You guys were all week like, I got this. Wait, just wait.
Well, maybe I
Don't
didn't
read it.
explain it very well. It is pretty juicy.
I mean, it's fucking juicy, but it's not like a Georgia peach juicy.
Apparently, at the World Cup, Claudio was going around and telling the general manager of the national team, Brian McBride, and a couple other higher ups, "I've got this shit on Greg Berhalter. Why is he not playing my son? He's a bad dude." After being,
I think that's called
close friends.
blackmail.
Sure,
Which
yeah,
is
I mean,
interesting.
It
Like,
is interesting.
Greatest men's soccer player in the history of the country, or one of them, tries to blackmail the current coach to get his son to play. It's like the utmost soccer mom, soccer dad.
You're right. It is. And, the kicking is it's the weird thing to me. It's like, have you ever heard of
one time I was kicked.
You were?
I was kicked one time. If there are any kids in the car, well, fuck it. I told a friend of mine that something didn't exist when we were kids, and he was so upset that he kicked me.
Mm-hmm. Santa Claus.
Well,
oh yeah, the kids. My kids really want to watch Captain Underpants. Jesus. And evidently in Captain Underpants, they tell the kids that Santa's not real. They blow the whole deal. So be careful out there.
Maybe they're wrong.
Well, they could be wrong.
No.
I'm giving that like a 4 on the juice scale.
I don't think
that's like a Macintosh apple.
I don't give a hoot about soccer, and like I texted, I was like, "Oh goddamn" to some people.
Yeah, the NBA is way more entertaining.
I have an NBA sports grievance.
Go ahead.
Did you guys see this play involving Ja Morant?
No.
Let
me stop.
If it was the NBA.
No. All right, so you can see the score.
Jesus, I got a grievance. Look at Charlotte's court.
Oh, can you pull up a court
yeah,
after
I understand.
this?
I can pull up a court.
Please pull up a court after this.
Okay.
You're not going to believe the court I'm about to show you.
I know which one you're thinking of.
I don't know that you know. Oh, I'm at college.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
So in basketball, the 24-second clock doesn't start until somebody touches it.
Right.
Correct.
That's why they're always walking the ball down the court.
So Ja Morant just
like a dog.
Let the ball die in the opposite paint, and Charlotte lets 27 seconds go off the clock before they actually come.
What a brilliant cat.
Oh, so wow. So yeah, it doesn't start to. Oh my God, dude!
The game clock runs. The shot
what a
clock
glitch in the matrix. Look at official number 55. He's like, go ahead, pick the ball up.
And this angle didn't have it, but the Charlotte bench is freaking out. Like, come up. You got to come.
Jesus Christ, man.
Nobody does anything.
That's like basketball 101.
Yeah.
But they're down 30, bro. I think that's why the bench is freaking out. They're like, oh, let's get the fuck out of here, dude.
Oh, the clock's running. You just run out the clock like that.
No, I'm saying like you got to hurry up and get up there to get the clock running so we can go home.
But the game clock was running.
The game clock. Oh yeah, the game clock is running. Yeah, never mind.
The shot clock that didn't start.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
That's why Ja's a.
What's the court you want us to see?
Central Arkansas.
Okay.
Now I got to watch a lot of these games because I'm doing these 2, 3, 4 game parlays. Just I forgot we're not allowed to talk gambling on this show anymore.
Right.
But this court is something else for a few reasons. Scottie Pippen, of course, is the most
Scottie Pippen court,
Central Arkansas alum. But his signature, so that's the old court there. His signature is so big on this court. It goes from sideline up to midcourt, and then behind the basket to the left, which you can't see, is a giant banner of Scottie Pippen with like 3 different pictures of him shooting.
I don't think
Bulls.
their donor base is very strong down there.
And it says Scottie Pippen in huge letters, one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history. That
Michael Jordan doesn't have that at UNC.
Nah, that's actually, is that Roy Williams Court at UNC? Yeah, Roy Williams Court at the Dean Smith Center.
Point, Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's big. That's like the ECU North Carolina logo.
Yeah.
It goes from the red zone to the red zone.
He was number 33. The threes don't have a lot of symmetry. I wonder if they would have given him another shot.
Right.
Like, hey, I didn't love that one. Can I try it once more?
They didn't have another piece of paper.
Yeah, right.
Okay, grievances. I got one. Gianni Infantino, the giant baby, as we know him. Not only did he give Salt Bay airtime. Salt Bay, by the way, you know how presidents, they look way different one term to the next? It's like he's been the president for the last couple years. Holy shit, the guy was like an international sex symbol. Now he looks like one of those people that they dig up every 10 years to put new clothes on him in Indonesia. He really has aged.
Looks like he's got the, oh no, that's an SNL skit. I was about to say he's got the Carl Ravitch hair going on.
Well, so one bad thing that the giant baby did was get him down on the field. He was harassing a bunch of World Cup players. The next thing is he goes to Pele's funeral, and he's taking selfies in front of the casket.
No.
Yes. Look it up. Guy's desecrating the ceremony. And by the way, Pele died, and I feel like it was a trending topic for 8 hours,
Right.
which just goes to show you nobody cares about you. I mean, he's the greatest soccer player of all time, one of the most famous athletes ever. And it was like Barbara Walters died. Did you miss that? I missed it.
Oh, I did not miss that.
I missed that. Nobody's going to give a shit when we die, dude.
That sounds like a grievance. Is that a grievance? Do you want
No, my
people to
grievance
think about
is
you?
the giant baby. No, I don't want people to think about the giant baby.
Cowboy, do you have anything to say about deceased journalist Barbara Walters?
Rest in peace to a lovely woman.
Look
Thank
at that.
You.
What did she do, Reed, in her life?
Oh, asked hard-hitting questions.
Did you hear that? Yeah, sorry.
Hard-hitting questions. We got to the truth of a lot of situations.
Yes, she did.
Damn, that's very respectful.
And we
You've
gave her
really
like
come a long way
we
since
gave her like
Betty White.
four hours of trending. Yeah, I found out she died yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah,
She died on December 30th.
yeah.
She died last year. Actually, come to think of it, I think Betty White died on December 31st, year ago. Is that right?
Yeah. They don't want to stay up late.
Hey, check me
New
on
Year's
that.
Eve and all.
Typed in
December
goo.
31st, 2021.
See?
I got another grievance.
Sticks with
Good
me.
memory.
No tailgating at the fucking.
That's a big
No
grievance.
tailgating at the national championship.
That's SoFi Stadium.
TCU fans, Georgia fans, I imagine they're among the elites when it comes to tailgating and throwing down.
Yeah.
Right?
I went to Fort Worth one time.
Yeah.
Like RVs as far as the eye can see.
Oh man.
Those cats they do it like
Well, they're not going to be able to do it on
pigs
Monday.
Why? Why?
Some parking situation.
SoFi's like not in the parking lot.
You know what they need to
do it out
do?
here.
They
Their
need
lot's
to.
not big enough? What do they do with Rams and Chargers games?
Well, nobody
They
cares.
just don't tailgate?
That's a grievance that not to stop us here, but last week when the Rams played the Chargers, which team? One of the teams was the Rams were the away team, and they couldn't even park at their own.
Yeah.
They had to stay at the hotel
crazy.
and bus in.
It's crazy. But here's what they should do on Monday. They should take over the LA River. It's never water in it. That would be so cool. Imagine like miles of tailgaters in the LA River. The reason I got the idea is I'm a big fan of the movie Drive, and in Drive, Ryan Gosling spends a lot of time in the LA River, and
Which
it just
is an
seems like
allusion
it's
to Rebel Without a Cause with James Dean.
right.
It's the same.
Right, I learned that from you, and I kind of wonder if it's as easily accessible as they made it look in that movie. Like anybody can just go down the LA River, and if so, I think that's a prime tailgating spot.
I think that'll work. It
think that'll
appears
work.
this directive is coming from the playoff and not SoFi.
What'd you say?
That
It
is coming.
appears that
The directive is coming from the playoff.
no.
I've read like 3 articles in the last 15 seconds, none of which give a good answer.
That's
However,
stupid.
it does appear that the directive is coming from the college football
It's
playoff.
the liberals.
We got different sources.
Yeah,
Cowboy.
thank God for Ted Cruz coming through. He was tweeting about how this needs to be changed.
He quote tweeted 3-year Letterman, Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz. You know what I think about when I think about Ted Cruz?
Dracula.
How he was celebrating that Texas Tech national championship victory in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Might should wait until there's zeros on.
He doesn't
that
do
clock.
well at sporting events. He was
no.
at the fucking the Astros game,
Yeah.
getting chanted out of Philly.
Fs.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to get political here. You know.
Hey, you know that Kevin McCarthy?
Yeah.
You know he's lost 7 in a row, but I hear if with the Dolphins and Patriots loss, he could still grab the 7th seed in the playoff.
Good. That's good. I said I wouldn't laugh the second time you told that joke, but it's funny.
Thank you.
Yeah, he might be under the most pressure week 18.
Yeah.
That was a Matt Kingston special there. But yeah, we are doing a most motivated
18.
people of week 18.
Not every podcast has to get
Has
off the
to
ground.
yeah,
We're just like driving this podcast.
We're driving, yeah.
Little road trip.
Well,
we're
let's
taking
start.
here.
Let's. That was a good segue.
Can I give another grievance?
Yeah, please.
It is annoying that the NFL draft doesn't have a lottery.
Yeah, I mean, I guess,
Like,
but
there's all these teams incentivized to lose this weekend.
But where would you stop the lottery? Because, I feel like, and you could tell me I'm wrong, but the NBA, there's less range between, one and whatever it is. And the positional value of picking at the top of the draft, like for a team without a quarterback, they're there for that reason because it is such a quarterback league. So imagine that Houston didn't get the first pick. I would feel like that would be almost punitive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do get it. I just feel like this weekend we'll see so many non-competitive games because some teams want to lose, and anything we could do to make that.
That's the fun part of
Let's
the
hope.
gamesmanship of betting Week 18. It's uncharted territory. I cannot wait. This week we were like, we're not seeing the board, and then the board just revealed itself to us.
Yep.
And I cannot wait.
Yeah. It was like an Etch-a-Sketch that had a lot of drawing on it.
Yeah.
And then you just erase that bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, pow, clear blank canvas.
I was thinking Moses with the burning bush.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was thinking Moses with the Red Sea.
Yep. Okay, motivated people, Week 18, and teams, and there's so much to talk about. I'll say this: there's always a lot going on under the surface when it comes to incentives at the end of the year. I bring this up yearly. I was in New England, had an incentive for, I think it was like playtime or snaps or that sort of thing, and we were playing Miami in a game where we were resting some of the guys that Bill valued, and I didn't get rested.
But that's what you wanted.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted, and I got my incentive.
Did you have to ask?
No, but it was also a game where like I was in a lot of the packages, and we played starters into the third quarter, but I also thought that when the game got out of hand, I might get pulled. And the game I don't want to get pulled because I love playing in the third and fourth quarter, especially like when we have a lead. That's a new revelation for me.
But you didn't say to anybody, hey, I'm good to go here.
No, because you don't want to do that. You might remind them.
Oh.
Yeah, it was that type of thing. And then I ended up with a couple hundred smackers, dude, because I finished the season. So there's a lot of guys with hundreds and thousands of dollars on the line. There's some guys with 7 figures on the line this weekend. There was also a time in St. Louis. I always say this. It was Christmas. I think it was like the last week. It was the last week of the season.
Make the playoffs. We'll get you a $50 Best Buy gift card.
That's not what was happening. They would have made
That's a Rams joke.
No, they would have made it higher because it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
We'll give you a Best Buy.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
But I had 8.5 sack
Crev Coor
incentive, and in the fourth quarter, with like 2 minutes to go, had a sack, and it was an enormous incentive. So I'm like, this stuff happens every year, and if you know the players that are waiting on these big paydays, you can kind of cue in on them a little bit on Sunday. Dwayne Smoot needs 6 sacks for $250,000. He makes $5 million a year. He's an interior lineman. That's a really good year for an interior lineman.
Oh, you're not saying he needs 6 this week?
No, he needs 6 sacks. He's got 5 right now.
Got it.
Yeah. So there's a guy with money on the line. Quentin Jefferson of the Seahawks is at 5.5, and he needs 7 to get a $500,000. So that's a lot of money. It's a lot of.
Does everybody know about everybody else's money leading up?
I'm pretty sure that guys are, egging each other on about it. A lot of times a guy might bring it up to a close friend on the team. You don't want to jinx it and tell everybody. You don't want to put too much pressure on yourself.
Now here's a question.
Yeah.
Is I should know this. Is there an official stat keeper? Or is it because the team's not going to want to give somebody a half?
Well, the league. I think the league ultimately determines, because like I tell you about like when there's some back and forth on who should be credited the sack, you have to turn it into the league. Yeah. So
I think it's harder for the defensive players though, because it's not as like. You can't get force fed. Like if you're a receiver and you need 3 catches,
give me the
your
ball.
Quarterback knows it.
Give me the ball.
They can give it to you.
You're at the mercy of the game, like the flow of the game, the offensive line you play, the quarterback a lot, like how quick the quarterback's getting the ball out. Like, and so Preston Smith, he has $1 million lined up for him if he has a sack and a half this weekend. He's at 8.5. He gets double digits. He gets $1 million. So a lot of pressure on him. And here's an interesting one. Cairo Santos makes $3 million, right? he has an incentive for $750,000. It's a field goal percentage. Yeah, right. Well, yeah, it's a percentage incentive for kicks. It's 90%. He's sitting at 91. So do your math.
All right, I got a word problem for you guys. You ready?
Word problem?
Yep. Cairo Santos is currently 21 of 23 on the season.
This is going to be a math problem.
Yeah,
it's closer to a math problem than a word problem. Yeah, okay.
A math? Whoa!
He's a fucking
Am I
teacher.
being gaslit here?
He's a teacher.
He's about to give us a math problem. He said it was a word problem. Cowboy.
He says you're getting gaslit a little.
It seems a little gaslit, but I mean, it makes sense.
I get fired up for a word problem. I can't do math anymore. I've slowed down a lot on the math. Sorry.
All right, Cairo. It's a math problem. Cairo Santos is 21 of 23 on the season. He needs to finish at 90%. If he kicks 4 of 5 this weekend, will he be below or above 90%?
Okay, 4 of 5, 21 of 23.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd be 25 of 28.
That's right.
Right? Okay, yeah. So 28 into 100 is going to make the percentage a little less than 1 if you get 1%. So 25 of 28... 25 of 28 is what percentage? 3 in 28, 3 in 28, 3 in 28 is a little less than 10. It's actually 9.3.
Over 90.
Incorrect.
No, it's going to be below. It's going to be 90.7.
The way
it's going to be 90.7.
You set a trap.
Isn't it 90.7?
It's he'd be 89.2%. The point being, he really can't miss a field goal.
He can't miss a fucking field goal.
Is he 5 chances?
Well, no, but I mean,
but
like if he goes 1 for 2, he's fucked.
Yeah, he should decline to kick.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah. Cairo Santos.
Oh, my hamstring.
Exactly. If I was Cairo Santos, shit. I would hit my foot, the Gardner Minshew with the hammer.
Is there any fine print in there, like? Can't fake an injury.
I would pay a teammate to run my foot over in the valet line.
Here you go. Flu-like symptoms.
Like, hey, I'm gonna get $750,000. I'll give you $50K if you just back your Denali up over my foot.
Yeah.
Fast though.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't stretch. Opening kickoff. Boom it.
Pop.
Ouch.
Stop drinking water like Wednesday.
Yeah. Sorry. I think it's the Achilles. We'll get an MRI next week.
Mm-hmm. So he's got some shit on the line.
Oh, it's fully intact?
And then lastly, Christian Kirk can make $1 million this weekend, 500 and 500 respectively on these two incentives. 80 catches would get him 500. He's got 78. He'll hit that. And then 1,100 yards. He's got 1,009 yards. So needs 91 more yards. He could make $1 million this weekend.
Yeah.
A lot of motivation.
But a game that means everything, so you can't just Trevor can't pepper him just to help a buddy out.
No, but if that game gets a little out of hand, you
gotta run the ball.
Well, yeah.
Macon, you were asking about do guys talk. You'll remember last year Gronk was like, I need one more one more catcher. I have to get a real job. And Tom was like, you'll get that.
Yep.
No problem.
Well, the problem here is, it's a good thing for Christian Kirk. If they got up, hey, your run game can be your quick game.
That's right.
Coach, let's do a little quick game.
That's right. Who else is motivated? Those Texans and those Bears.
Yeah, they got to lose.
Bears are trotting out Peterman.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their jokes, but he does lose by 20 plus.
Yeah, he's good at that. He's good at that.
But they're playing the wobbly Vikings.
Right. But the Vikings are banged up on their offensive line. I think they're down to like a third center. I think they're down to another tackle. But the only way that the Bears can win this game is Justin Fields.
Yeah. But what did the Vikings do? It's an interesting question for the Vikings, for the Cowboys. Like, if you're the Vikings, you assume the Niners are going to handle the cards. You assume you're the 3.
You're not going to leapfrog the Niners.
So,
and that's the only thing that they're playing for, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah.
So that becomes interesting.
Do you count on the
lose
Niners
a one-score game?
You sit everybody.
Yeah, maybe.
5.5 point better.
See who wants to lose this thing more. Houston, on the other hand, I mean, Indy's pretty much locked in for the 5th pick, I think. I don't think they're going to move too much up or down as a result of winning that game.
Save face a little bit.
Yeah, Jeff wants to win the game. He wants to show Kayvon Thibodeau who he is. And
where Kayvon should have stopped is at the Snow Angel.
Yes.
The go to sleep thing was not good.
Not good.
And then I don't know.
Maybe 3 seconds into the Snow Angel.
Yeah.
When he adjusted the pattern of his arms to avoid the injured player.
He couldn't see the writhing so much. You couldn't
hear him. It's he probably sounded like how Arnold Schwarzenegger sounds in the movies when he's struggling.
Yeah.
That's probably what Nick Foles sounded like. Guy couldn't breathe. As soon as he saw that, it was over.
Kayvon.
Yeah, dude, it's just weird behavior.
Hey, you grind tape.
Yeah.
Did you think Icky had a way better year than Evan Neal?
Oh,
I saw somebody rated all the first round picks, and they had Icky about.
He came
10,
on,
12
dude.
spots
He really
higher than
came
Evan
on.
Neal.
He came on.
Which it's interesting because remember the Giants had the 5 and the 7.
Yeah.
And it was pretty much what's it called when you know something's going to happen? It was pretty much
predetermined
that the Panthers were going to take a tackle. Now, so the Giants could have taken the tackle they liked, but instead, I guess they were worried somebody might come up for Kayvon. So they took Kayvon at 5, Carolina picked who they wanted, Icky, and then they took Evan Neal at 7. I figured
it's a good thing the Rams didn't take Matt Ryan. Did you see that blown lead? That was a 2008 draft joke.
Yeah.
You got there.
Yeah. You were too.
Yeah.
Yep. I get it.
Could have been Vernon Golston though.
Yeah.
Hey. So yeah, I think that the Colts are locked in pretty much. The Colts are going to try to win.
Ellinger is going to try hard.
Ellinger, who I don't mind. And Houston's got to lose, right? We were saying this. Maybe Lovie Smith is motivated to win. Maybe he's like, fuck this place. They're going to fire me anyways. Let me fuck this shit up and win. Let's see if the Texans can win on purpose. If Lovie Smith can will them to win on purpose.
How could the front office put a stop to like a 17-6 Texans lead at halftime?
The easiest way to tank, you're asking? Bad snaps. You got to get in with the center.
You got to talk to the center.
Talk to the center.
That's brilliant.
Talk to the center.
That's the right answer.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, $5,000 a snap.
If we're in the red, that thing's over his head.
Yep. Exactly.
Field goal.
Yep.
Wide right.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, that's smart. No more points.
Kenny Golladay is motivated. 76 more catches for $750,000. I saw that on Pardon My Take meme, and I was like, how do we miss Kenny Golladay? Is short of an incentive. We had a list of everybody. Holy shit, that's pretty good stuff.
Kenny.
Hat tip.
There's no financial incentive, but I think Pittsburgh, especially that Pittsburgh D-line's pretty motivated. They have a real chance to get to the playoffs.
They can make playoffs. Tomlin can go to 9-8. But
wow.
And TJ Watt, almost
I think
lost
Megan
the whole
just
season.
broke his hand on the microphone.
I saw that.
Ow. You saw that?
Yeah.
I caught like 3 of my fingers.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Hold on.
What were you so excited?
Let me get my train of thought back.
About?
Oh, now I remember. I was going to text you this.
Yeah.
And then I got too tired. Some of the
tired to text.
That's what happened. That was last night. Some of the nerdo websites that actually you and I frequent. There's some Cleveland buzz, little Cleveland plus 2.5
score
buzz.
Or action.
Yeah.
There's
buzz.
They're gonna want to beat them. They're motivated to beat them, right? Myles Garrett said it. There are rivals, or whatever you want to call it.
They want Deshaun momentum into next year.
Yeah, well, you know what? Deshaun has to play well for them to actually gain momentum, and I don't know if he has that in him. I really don't. So that's going to be an interesting one. Here's an interesting one. The Chargers and the guys on that team who need catches and yards for incentives. DeAndre Carter needs 2 more receptions for $250,000. Gerald Everett gets $250,000 for 60 catches. He's at 55. So interesting. Look up his prop this weekend. I wonder what he's sitting at. And Denver gives up the third most catches to tight ends. But the point is here, they're going to sit through the 1 p.m.s.
Right.
And if the Ravens lose in the 1 p.m. slot, they'll probably rest everybody a la the line. Also, it's going to be really interesting during the 1 p.m.s to try to figure out when Cincy's in the clear, if they're in the clear, and when to go bet Denver, right? But the Chargers, who need touches and yards, or touches in this case, are at the mercy of Chase Daniel.
Right. But DeAndre Carter might be wide receiver number 1. If
he might be. Right, exactly. And Gerald Everett is not going to want to rest.
Cowboy, can Denver beat Chase Daniel, I ask respectfully?
You know, again, I would have answered that really confidently at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
for obvious reasons. But no, I don't think so.
I had Denver before the year. I kept this piece of paper.
Yeah,
I had Denver before the year.
You have a spreadsheet of your own work.
Yeah, all the highlights are wins.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I had Denver at 11-6.
Yeah,
which is not going to happen. I didn't do so bad.
No,
a couple misses.
My favorite.
Can we revisit the picks for conference and wild card
to do today? Yeah.
No, we'll do it while we talk about grievances.
I want to do a quick.
We're on to motivation.
The headline after Nate Hackett got fired on ESPN said Nathaniel Hackett fired after Broncos 4-12 start.
Start.
Ridiculous. We're 16 games in.
Yeah, it's true, Reed. I'm sorry, Reed.
That's okay.
I really am sorry, dude.
Next time.
Yeah.
How would the Chargers handle practice this week? Would they still give?
Hey, that's what I was going to ask C. Long.
Go ahead.
If you're Herbie.
Yeah.
Generally, we call Kirk Herbie.
Right. Herbo. It's Herbo. They did Herbo.
You're let's say your Saturday night. I mean, do you have to get locked in? Do you follow the saying you got to act like you're playing, and then it's a big letdown if you're not?
I think you go about your business like you're going to play a football game. And if you get pulled, he's a quarterback, right?
To Kingston's better question, is he getting all the snaps?
No, I don't think so. It doesn't
50 action.
It kind of. I think you got to give Chase Daniel some work, right? So it doesn't look like dog shit out there. But you got to go about your week like it's normal, man. You know, like you might have to try to win a football game.
Nice,
and they can get
girthy face on that.
They can get the ball out. You know, like there's ways to protect a quarterback, right? You can go to quick game. You can hand the ball off a bunch. A position player is the guy who's thinking out there because, like for us, it doesn't matter what the intensity of the game is. Like there's no way to get around it. Like
full speed.
People are falling at your legs and freak injuries happen. And the worst, man, is at the end of the year, especially, I was never in a situation where I was in St. Louis where we were getting ready for the playoffs. But when you're getting ready to go home, think you're home free and you get hurt like week 17. That happened to me. Tackling Marshawn Lynch. I have a plate in my hand over it. Fucking totally ruined my off season. All of a sudden I was going all these places, and now I'm going to be in Earth City, Missouri, rehabbing my hand, picking up marbles off the fucking ground. It's 5 degrees outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's scary going into that last. The Rams might be motivated. You tell me, okay? Rams players love Jared Goff. I think he's a great guy, right? They're going to play the Seahawks, right? And if they beat the Seahawks, the Lions might get in. If they lose the Seahawks, the Lions don't get in. Rams players probably, if you polled them, want Jared Goff to go to the playoffs. You know who doesn't love Jared Goff? Sean McVay. That was not a very great relationship towards the end there. And I kind of wonder how petty Sean McVay is, especially considering, it's an interesting conversation because if the Rams win, they make the Lions pick worse. They move back a pick or two, which could be the difference in the Lions selecting a quarterback or not. So the Rams could help Jared Goff get in the playoffs, but the Rams could also effectively make it harder to replace him with the guy they might want. It's a little bit like galaxy brain shit, but it is interesting to think about all the butterfly effect of this, the Ashton Kutcher factor.
And the Rams, if they win that game, Bobby Wagner wins. Homecoming.
Who does not like the Seahawks?
I fell in love with Rams catching a touchdown by the end of last night. McVay wants to prove that he can make Baker something that nobody else has been able to.
Yep. Eagles D-line. The 84 Bears had 72 sacks. The Eagles have 67. So that means they need 6 sacks.
How do you define D-line these days? Does that get a little hairier?
They're front. You know, people who are walked up on the line rushing the passer.
It's actually just total sacks.
Total sacks. But that's what I mean. The guys rushing the passer. I mean, fucking... James Bradbury could come on a corner blitz, but the guys up front, they've done a great job this year. Now, granted, I brought this up for 2 reasons. Number one, to put it on your radar, but number 2, it's crazy to me with the extra game, with the increase in passing numbers and the probability that you're going to rush the passer, that the Bears in 1984 had 72 sacks. Like, it is
crazy.
Just... That record is insane to me, and the type of defense they ran, people just couldn't block it. The other
and
flip
these aren't
side,
the 85 Bears?
84
Bears? It was 84.
Wow.
So, like, interestingly, when you compare pass rushing over generations, it's like less throwing in the 80s, worse linemen, and deeper drop targets, probably longer shot clocks to get to the quarterback. But now, way more passing, more quick game, and more athletic quarterbacks, better blockers. But ultimately, it just makes it even more insane to look back at the Bears and see they had 72 sacks in an era like that.
Guess how many the 85 team had?
66.
64. Really good guess.
Thank you. Wasn't a guess. I know you.
Wasn't a guess. You got it wrong.
Oh, I got one more. Yeah, I got one more. Josh Dobbs.
Josh Dobbs.
Right.
Holy shit. I mean, guys had a journeyman career, and
bro, I know you think Thursday Night Time Machine was all perfect because you've hit the score. It didn't look that great. Like it just didn't look.
What, him?
Good.
Yeah, I know, but
offense.
he's got an opportunity.
And there was no Derrick Henry.
This is motivation, man. This isn't like like the likelihood that he leads the Titans in the playoffs. He's just probably thinking, man, this is the biggest week of my life. Like, this is all you dream about this stuff. You know, when you become a backup quarterback, like, you don't think you're ever going to play in a game with this meaning and of this magnitude. I think it's just crazy to think that Josh Dobbs got dropped into this thing, and he's probably thinking this is the biggest week of my life.
Say word, you're right.
He did get that game ball for his first NFL regular season.
I want to give him a game ball
in the locker room.
What's the deal with game balls? How many game balls are there? How many game balls are given out a game?
Just a couple. It depends on the team. Like, some teams just give out a game ball on offense and a game ball on defense, but it's
special teams.
Yeah, it's cool to get one.
Matthew Slater has like 200.
A bunch of them. Yeah. They paint them up. You know, they say the score, what you did in the game. It's cool. Yeah, it's cool.
Do you think Jarrett Stidham's motivated at all? Coming off that?
Yeah, he's motivated.
Week 17, he's trying to earn. Hey, but keep me around.
I got bad news.
Yeah.
Jarrett Stidham ain't that good. He had a good game. It's not that good.
Okay.
See, that's what I thought. Chiefs
Okay.
Jarrett Stidham also got plenty of help from Devontae Adams.
Oh, he did. He was making some.
You got that right.
But he made some nice throws too. Being honest.
Yeah.
How about
he had a good game?
Doesn't mean he's going to be good.
Had a good game. Had a good game.
How about Aaron Rodgers? He was a punchline when they were 2-6.
Yeah, no, he's big time motivated. He listen. This is I thought earlier this year they were playing possum a little bit. It's hard to get the September and October version of the Packers out of my head, but you know, if you looked at this team on paper, you'd be like, damn, they're pretty good. So if they slide in, San Francisco is not going to be real excited about hosting them, even though they beat them last year at Lambeau.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12th team in Team DVOA, the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, they're fucking good, dude. Yeah. And, you know, that's why earlier this season when people would ask, like, who do you trust more getting back into form, the Bucs or the Packers? Like, the Bucs.
I mean, that's a Rich Eisen question.
Yep, right, and it was the Packers for me because, you know, you have problems you could fix. They felt schematic. There were health problems with Aaron Rodgers. You know, the weapons thing is one thing in September and October, but then Christian Watson makes that big leap. You get Romeo Doubs back. You know, Aaron Jones is steady. You get Bakhtiari back. Like, these are big pieces that they're gaining.
Kickers.
Oh, yeah, kickers.
Kickers are going to screw up a lot. Kickers are screwing up a lot generally.
Yeah. No
and
question.
nobody addressed it.
Yeah, people talk about it.
Well, no, I mean, no team addressed it.
All right.
Like there's some kickers missing kick. Well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe people had some open tryouts.
It's the one position I would say, like, hey, if you played fucking soccer in college, come on down to Nissan Stadium and we'll watch you kick. You know, you could crowdsource a kicker.
Greg Berhalter's got nothing to do.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Just pretend you're at a social in 1987. Okay, so
how about Calais Campbell?
What?
He needs 1 sack to get 100. He didn't play last week. He's questionable this week, but he said he would love to play if he's able to.
That's my dog.
He also he'll get another $500,000 if he goes off for 2.5.
Good for him. Love seeing him thrive. The Eagles' offensive line, they're going to get a shot at Kayvon Thibodeau. They love Nick Foles.
Maybe.
I'm not saying they're going to do anything dirty, but they're going to be blocking his ass as hard as they can.
Yeah, they want that number one seed too.
They might rest him.
They might. How many dudes do you think have gotten to 100 sacks?
Oh, high. It's a lot. I think it's like 40.
40. I think it is 40.
Yeah.
Looks like 40.
Yeah.
If Wiki is to be believed.
I can tell you how many sacks a guy has, I think.
You know?
I think I'm pretty good, like, on that.
Okay. Jason Taylor?
120.
139.5.
Okay, fuck. Yeah.
Okay. Aaron Donald? He's an active player.
He's at like 100.
103?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Reggie White?
Reggie White's got like 180.
198.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay, he's 200, yeah.
Bruce Smith?
He's 210 or something.
200. Only guy with 200. Leader all time.
See, I'm not that good.
Well, pretty good.
Pretty close.
Yeah, close.
Yeah. Give or take.
Give me
20.
a rando and like
Vernon Golston.
No, like 3.
Elvis Dumerville.
Oh, Dumerville had like about 90, or was it like 105?
Under the radar.
Yeah.
Louisville guy.
I'm not dragging 105. I'm not dragging Vernon Golston. I'm just, I know he's been brought up a couple times in this podcast. I remember though he had a suit on for our visit. Me and Vernon were teammates for a second.
Yeah.
In St. Louis. A lot of people popped through St. Louis while I was there. A lot of people. It's like St. Louis was like purgatory, where you're like, is this hell? No, retirement's coming soon.
According to Pro Football Reference, there's an unofficial sack list and then an official sack list.
Well, the unofficial sack list is all guys that sacked the quarterback way back in the day before they had sacks. Like,
your dad's rookie seson was the
5
last
sacks.
Was not official.
Yep, he ended with like 83 sacks. He would have had 88. So yeah.
Patrick Kearney.
Oh, he has over 80. He has like 87 or 85.
82.5.
Okay.
1.5 short of Howie Long, 84.
Yep.
Carlos
Dunlap's up around 90 right now.
100 on the nose.
Yeah. Okay. Dunlap and Robert Quinn went to the same high school. Can you imagine getting off the bus and seeing Carlos Dunlap and Robert Quinn?
The best, you're leaving math class and you have to go, get on the bus to play the football game with the people you're playing.
Maybe get a word problem.
Yeah.
Marcellus Wiley.
He's got like 45 or something.
44, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who has more sacks in between these two teammates, TJ Watt or Cam Hayward?
I think Cam by just a few.
TJ Watt by a half sack.
Okay, all right.
77 to
77, yeah.
Chris Long.
70.
70.
70. Sometimes I regret not sticking around to try to beat out the old man, just collect checks for a couple years.
Well, here's what you did.
And then everybody's like, you weren't your dad. I was like, well, numbers. Since you guys are all numbers guys.
Well, you know what you got.
They'd still be right. Huh?
Super Bowls.
And Super Bowls. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. What an individual honor.
2-1, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They include Kyle 2-1-0.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know who you're tied with? Brandon Graham.
BG, he's at 70.
Yep.
Yeah, there's another guy I was real excited because I was a big fan of Justin Tuck, and he had like 68 or something. And in my mind, I was like, if I can retire with maybe more sacks than Justin Tuck, I feel pretty good.
66.
Because I love that motherfucker. He was like one of my favorite players. Jason Babin's in that range with me.
You and Peter Boulware forever at 70.
Peter Boulware.
Yeah.
He was a fucking beast, dude.
Now the problem, 10 years from now, there are going to be 20 regular season games.
I know.
And all these records are going to be.
And the offensive linemen are like all Jakes out there.
Are you guys interested in any of these records that might be broken this weekend?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, here's the thing about the records now. I think they should go.
You have more sacks than Jumpy Gethers.
Yeah, well, good for me. So, yeah, who's the guy below me that you were like, I thought he was better than you?
Okay. All right.
I think
sacks aren't a great stat like that.
They're not because there's a lot of context around.
Ahead of forever you'll be.
Michael Bennett.
Yeah. Michael Bennett. Me and Michael Bennett used to talk about, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat you. But he's a really high voice. So he's like, I'm going to beat you. and then he'd make me drive him home from work every fucking day. We ran out of gas and thought we'd have to push the car. Okay, so the thing about the records is I think from now on they should go, like if you're doing sacks a game, if you're doing receiving yards a game. I know it's not as sexy and it's more like granular, but I think that's where they should go if they really want to compare. Like for instance, I think it was last year.
More than Richard Seymour.
Well, Seymour was an interior guy.
Well, hey, man, no shit. All right, you got 12-1 Cortez Kennedy,
the interior guy.
Yeah,
but me and Cortez share a record, the most sacks on like a 1-win or 2-win team.
Nice.
Yeah, we both had 13, I think.
You would think y'all would have affected the games more.
Yeah, right. You would. Yeah. Another reason sacks don't really matter. Okay, so I think they should go per game. What do you think about that?
I think that's the only way to.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't care if Pat Mahomes this week breaks the all-time season passing record if he gets 430 yards?
I would care. I'd be like, it's an amazing year. It's another reason why he's an MVP. But you can't take that record away from who is it?
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning. You can't take that record away from Peyton Manning.
Or you're going to have to have...
Not unless you break it by like a ton.
14-game season, 16-game season record, 17-game season record.
Yeah, and that's why you go per game.
Because we're probably not going to...
TJ Watt last year was chasing Strahan, I think. And the reason I said it would have been legitimate was because he played less games in actuality because of injury. So... yeah, that's how I feel about these. But
I got one record that isn't based on the number of games that I think is pretty cool. So there's a rookie punter, Ryan Stonehouse of the Titans.
God, this is all fucking Al Michaels could talk about Thursday night.
He's averaging 53 yards per kick. The all-time record is 51.4 per punt by Sammy Baugh in 1940.
Yeah, that's great. All the net kicks were 30 yards because he was booming them into the end zone because he knew about his record.
Who did?
This cat's Stonehouse.
Yeah, but think about it now with directional kicking and all this shit. You're not just trying to boom it. I don't know if Sammy Baugh was
Stonehouse booms it into the back of the end zone.
Okay, lately because he's trying to chase the record, but
he's trying to help your ass out. 27-13.
Yeah.
Al Michaels saying meanwhile every other word. It's good that Thursday night is done because Al cannot stop saying meanwhile.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't that into it this year.
You've been saying all right a lot recently.
All right.
I think that's been a forever
thing
on the Greenlight Show.
Thank you, Cowboy.
Nick Saban.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a bit.
So yeah, you got a few here.
Meanwhile, that I do like a record like that, but the cat, and maybe I was just a little emotional on Thursday night. I don't think he's worried about the net too much. His net's not setting any records. Can tell you that much.
So Jalen Hurts, if he plays and scores two touchdowns. Rushing touchdowns, he breaks Cam Newton's 2011 record. He hasn't played in as many games.
Far fewer games.
So
that would count.
Unless Cam missed games in 2011. So that's where I sit on the records.
It's pretty crazy that Brady is still breaking season-long records. Like completions in a season, the record is 485.
Right.
Set by Brady in 2021. Yeah. And he's going to break it. He's got 477.
It's crazy. Well, they played so much damn 2-minute on whatever team he broke that record on. Probably they didn't trail as much as the Bucs did.
Oh, it was last year.
Oh, it was? Yeah, well, there you go.
And he'll probably set the record for pass attempts as well over Matt Stafford from 2012. Stafford has a surprising number of season-long records, actually.
They were down a lot.
His body feels it. Okay, how do we do on the preseason?
So in the AFC, we were almost identical. You guys went Buffalo, Indy, Baltimore, and LA Chargers as your division winners. So
damn,
you have a shot at going 2-2.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
Buffalo, what?
Baltimore.
I said Baltimore.
You
you
said
want another recount?
No, I got
Buffalo,
it right here.
Indianapolis, Baltimore, and LA Chargers.
That
you
checks
guys were
out.
identical.
I had Baltimore at 11 and Cincy at 10. Right now it's Cincy at 11.
Who do we have for wild cards?
Wild cards. Macon went Kansas City, Cincinnati, Denver.
All playoff teams but one.
Chris went Kansas City, Cincinnati, Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So pretty equal there.
And I avoided the Broncos trap.
Yeah, you did. NFC, Macon Eagles, LA Rams, Minnesota Vikings, and Tampa Bay, which I do want to mention. Macon did say Tampa Bay is going to go 2-2 in the first month.
Yeah.
Good.
You've always had my back on that, Cowboy, and I appreciate that.
That's right.
I nailed that one. You hear the
said
Vikings in there?
You said the Vikings were going to go 13-4, the Packers 10-7.
That cat who worked for the Bulls beating Jordan in the game with the quarters.
Yeah, you know what I believe I said? I think I
go 13.
I think I said that the Packers would be the better team come playoffs.
You did. You said the Eagles, Packers, the Vikings will challenge, but the Packers will be better.
And that's essentially what's happening here.
Yeah, 4 games short, but yeah.
And then you said the Niners and the Saints.
Well, the Saints, we can't take that one back, can we? But I did predict that there'd be a put my money where my mouth was on the Bucks not being a 12-win team. That's why I thought the Saints could win.
And let me gas you up there, player. You were talking about the Niners before anybody
all year.
else. Yep.
All year.
Yep.
Wild card in the NFC, Chris, Minnesota, Tampa Bay, LA Rams. Macon, Dallas Cowboys, San Francisco, Green Bay Packers.
Look at you. I could have gotten the NFC, huh?
All over it. You guys were also all over Coach of the Year, which we've been over. But Kevin O'Connell from Macon.
Yeah. I think it's for sure. Well, maybe not for sure. My vote today would go to Brian Dable. And Kevin O'Connell looks like a good pick on paper because they're 12-4, but that minus 19-point differential is.
That's right.
I would give it to Doug.
Doug?
Yeah.
Well, you got to get in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, they got to win this week. Yeah.
Yeah.
But coming off number 1 pick, they were the worst team in the league last year.
Yeah.
You guys close on offensive rookie of the year, making you a George Pickens.
Love that guy.
Chris, Damian Pierce.
Really good player.
Defensive, making Aiden Hutchinson. He could be there.
He's coming on.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a runaway with the DBs.
Sauce.
Chris said Quay Walker. Solid player. And Steve,
we don't have to do this part.
Steve said Nakobe Dean, who I don't think he saw the field till week 12 or week 14 or so.
What a fucking idiot.
He played spectacularly. He led the team in tackles
Georgia.
A lot of people are buying stock in Nakobe Dean.
That his first appearance.
Hey, are these updated? Does this sound right?
It's admin time.
Odds for offensive rookie of the year, Kenneth Walker still?
No, Garrett Wilson is now the favorite.
Hey,
I see Walker, Wilson, Purdy.
I got something on the
Walker, Wilson, Purdy, Pickett.
The defensive rookie of the year here. I think the odds reflect that it's probably Sauce Gardner.
Yeah,
he's going to get the market bump, but Tariq Woolen.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Passer rating allowed Tariq Woolen 53, Sauce 63. Yards per coverage snap, Tariq 0.8, Sauce 0.8. Hawk rate, I don't even know what the fuck hawk rate is.
Ball hawk around the ball.
Yeah, but it's Tariq's ahead of Sauce. INTs, Tariq 6, Sauce 2. Passes defense, Sauce 16 first, Tariq 14. Tied for third. Defensive touchdowns, Woolen 1, Sauce 0. Touchdowns allowed as nearest defender, Tariq 3, Sauce 2. Target rate, Tariq 12%, Sauce 15%. So,
and the amount of penalties that would have been called if there were good officials on the field.
yeah.
Sauce way up there. really high with penalties not called. Tariq probably really low.
That's a good stat.
I think so.
It's also such a narrative-driven award that, like, if the Seahawks can do something really nice in Week 18 and maybe make the playoffs, especially if Woolen makes a play, you might have a chance on it.
Or if we called him a mod, could be Tariq's award. Could be Aiden's award.
All right.
But cast name Sauce. Hold on a second there, player.
Real fast before admin.
Super Bowl picks.
Oh, yeah.
We got Super Bowl picks.
Yours is looking great.
Yeah, I know.
It is. Macon said Vikings 27, Chargers 20.
All right, not going to happen, but they're both going to be in the dance.
Yeah, they'll be in the dance.
We had Chris, Bills 31, 49ers 27.
Yeah, but it wasn't like that wasn't a hot take. I mean, San Francisco was a little bit of a hot take, but I wasn't
Trey
alone.
Lance, we didn't know what that was going to be.
Yeah, I thought that Jimmy G would probably come in week 2.
You did.
Yeah.
You
listen-
were kind of...
Listen
You were
to this
all over every single 49er.
Yeah, I mean, I did say, like,
Brock,
listen, I think they should bring Jimmy G back. I also think that Trey Lance, if he's not playing well, your window's too wide open to stick with it.
I had Nick Bosa there at DPOY. You see that?
And he should win it.
See that?
I had fucking, I don't even want to say.
Hey, give us Steve,
blame
Stanford
Ed
Steve Super Bowl
Donatel.
pick.
Stanford Steve in the Super Bowl.
Was he
says,
Listen to this. Listen to
Baltimore Ravens 27, New Orleans Saints 21.
When did the Ravens score 27 points?
this. And when does Dennis Allen
I
get
know.
the team to the playoffs? What was he thinking? Jameis?
He wasn't, but he does have a 3-point lead in our locks.
He does.
So you guys
That's been
gotta lock it
rebranded.
up.
That's been rebranded as guesses.
Guesses. Yeah.
Guesses.
Admin.
Okay. It's admin time. You want to go first?
I don't think that would be very wise.
Matt, I don't want to lead off on my own show.
I'll lead. That one's probably not kosher. I'll try this one.
Kosher.
All right. A father is watching his son's basketball game, incensed at the lack of playing time his son is receiving. He stares angrily at the coach as his son remains on the bench. Hard cut. Playing time private investigators. Is your child being benched unfairly? Our investigation can give you the leverage you need. Our investigators have forced resignations across the country.
So,
I was just given enough time to breathe for the punchline.
but
But no, that's topical as shit.
it is topical.
That's
Yeah.
a Claudio Reyna joke.
Yep, that's
is.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. You could have incorporated Claudio.
Just thought I'd lower the bar for
I'm
you, Dom.
Claudio Reyna.
There it is.
Yeah, with
With
whatever the
playing
fuck he
time,
said.
private dicks.
Yeah, it's not a finished product. It's a workshop.
Thank you for going first.
Workshop. I've written 4 words down here for 4 different heads.
A man throws an empty malt liquor bottle. No,
Sometimes
let's
I read these for you. Are you good?
Yeah, I think I'll have to read this one.
How's that iPad going?
Great. That's half the reason I want to. I got a new iPad.
Yeah.
Total iPad guy now.
Yeah. You got it with the little keyboard
Oh,
there?
it's amazing. I don't know how they do it, but it's like a magnet, and then it just stays there.
Yeah, probably magnets.
It's cool. A man throws empty malt liquor bottles at a passing train. He stumbles down the street and into a cardboard box and drifts off to sleep. He awakens to the owner of the box telling him to get the fuck out of here. He has nowhere to go. The sun comes up as he sleeps on the park bench. The light illuminates his tired, dirty face. It is homeless, broke Zach Wilson. Hard cut. Booger McFarland's accountability school. Too rich. Fucking, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
Like
good.
it.
That's good. That's good.
No problem.
That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. So the scene is New York Giants front office.
Mm-hmm.
The marketing team's in.
Yeah.
They're seeing what's happening down in D.C. You know, a lot of momentum. Well, we don't have a mascot. We're the New York Giants.
Mm-hmm.
What's a giant? All right, they're talking. You know, people in huddles, little break off meetings. People in huddles, hushed conversations. They're talking. They're coming up with ideas. All right. They break out of the breakout meetings. They all come around the big long fucking table. It's a conference table in the conference room. All right. They say, "Hey, Mr. Mara, you want something giant?" They got Major Tutty. We got Major Titty. Bounce with me. Bounce with me. Bounce with me. Bounce with me. It's a big boob. The New York Giants. The New York Giant Naturals.
That's good. That's good. Pass.
Because there's no mascot.
Yeah, no, I know.
Hey, and to my uncle out there who listens to this and then tells my dad, can you stop?
Yeah, stop.
I'd appreciate that.
Mike, talking about giant titties.
Hey, all right, okay, all right. What kind of toilet paper brands y'all use?
Brawny.
Brawny.
I think Charmin.
And it's a paper towel, cowboy.
Paper
Charmin. He's wiping his ass with paper towels. God damn, how do you do that?
No, I don't. I'm a bidet guy. Remember, I can't remember.
Right,
he doesn't wipe.
Right.
It all runs together. But I don't use paper towels or toilet paper. I just, same aisle. I haven't been on that aisle in a while. That's just all I remember from that.
Awesome.
You guys have never run out
time in my life.
toilet paper and used paper towel?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but like no one wants to do that on the rag.
No.
Yeah. Charmin, you got a brand?
Pulling hairs out of your. You know what I mean?
I believe it's Bounty.
Y'all, do y'all know what toilet paper is?
Charmin.
For fuck's sake.
Charmin.
All right,
Turns out I have a clean ass.
I'm a quilted northern guy myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw in a cottonelle
Sure.
for variety. All right, but
these wet wipe people disgust me.
Oh my gosh! Don't flush those bad boys. You got to throw them away. Now I'm okay with a wet wipe at the end of the process. If you want to wipe with toilet paper 2, 3, 4 times and then finish up with a wet wipe, cool. But you got to throw it away. You can't flush it.
Wet wipe also doesn't give you a. There's no barrier between your hand and the butt. You know what I mean?
Well, the wet wipe.
No, well, it's not much of a barrier, is it? Toilet paper, you can kind of ball it up.
True.
You know?
True. Which brings me to my next dab.
Okay.
You got your 1 ply out there.
Yeah.
At your hotels, your bus stations. You got your 2 ply. You got your 3 ply. All right. New toilet paper company. It's called Multiply. It's a luxury toilet paper brand. And it's called Multiply. Multiply. Line.
There's no punchline?
That idea's ass.
That's good.
Cheeks, huh?
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe not fully formed.
Yeah.
But next time we're sitting around this table, I ask you what toilet paper brand you use. It's going to be easy. I use Multiply.
Yeah. Yeah. That
is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pass.
Yeah, but you want to. Why do you keep saying pass
Like
after mine?
pass, like pass, fail.
Oh, pass.
Yeah,
Nice.
like I'm the ad agency. And
I
I'm
thought
like,
you were passing on the.
No, yeah, well, you're right. It's
idea.
confusing.
Yeah.
So not like pass fail, like.
Well, no, these are passes. They're they pass the test.
Yeah. Major titty.
Yeah, major titty.
That's really your joke from last show.
Yes. Okay. Can you read this one for me?
This is where I really shine.
I don't know if this is any good.
A man tumbles through the sky, attempting to untangle his parachute. The ground approaches as he pulls the cord. The chute deploys moments before he slams into the ground. The man writhes in pain as he notices his femur protruding from his right leg.
Ouch.
He screams for help and looks to his right. NFL defensive end Kayvon Thibodeau lays beside him doing snow angels. Call for help, the man exclaims. Thibodeau doesn't answer. Cut to a man swimming in Australia. A great white shark bites his leg off, and he washes up on shore, bleeding out. Kayvon Thibodeau plays air guitar with one of his severed legs. Call an ambulance, mate. Right? He wrote M8.
That's how they say it.
Call an ambulance, mate. Thibodeau keeps playing air guitar with one of his severed legs. A farmer throws a big tree into a wood chipper. His arm gets caught, and the chipper begins pulling him in. The man screams for help. Kayvon Thibodeau hears the commotion and jogs over, proceeding to gritty around the wood chipper as the man gets sucked in.
Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor pulls into the Giants facility. He walks through the revolving door, and it catches his T-shirt. He begins to panic as he's pinned between the door and the wall. The pressure increases and he screams for help. The situation is dire. Kayvon Thibodeau walks by. Who the fuck is he?
That's good. Hey, hard cut. EMS. Don't call Kayvon Thibodeau. Call EMS.
That's really good.
Call Apple Watch. Whatever you want.
That's good.
Thanks.
That's really good.
Thanks.
Good job.
You're going to like the other ones.
Good job. I am?
Yeah. I got a Mac Jones one that's going to... You're going to be tickled.
Cowboy, why don't you go?
Do you need caffeine? Hi, I'm Dan Campbell for caffeine. Any kind of caffeine, I can show you a caffeine. I love caffeine.
What commitment, Cowboy.
That was
That's
good
stuff.
Very good.
Not only the writing, but also the acting.
Yeah. Dan Campbell for caffeine.
Guy.
Yeah.
Any kind. Just caffeine, big caffeine. That's what he'll do.
Dan Campbell for Copenhagen.
That's awesome. All right.
Okay.
All right. The scene is World War I, the First World War.
Is that the Great War?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Obviously.
He pointed at Matt.
History teacher.
Line.
History teacher. And there are lieutenants and shit. All right.
Yeah.
They're colonels. They're brigades. You know all this sort of stuff, Matt. They're private first classes and they're provisional tank brigades and they're rear command posts. Like you wouldn't believe
How
it.
much Googling of wartime terminology did you do?
Have you thought about scripting these beforehand?
I used to. They're tank battalion. I got 2 kids. They're tank battalions. All right.
Yeah.
It's just everywhere you can look. It's war. Well, here comes General George S. Patton.
Mm-hmm.
He was born in San Gabriel, California, November 11th, 1885. You might know him as Bandito or Old Blood and Guts. Well, here comes General George S. Patton. And he says, this World War ain't no problem, all right? We got this covered, okay? Hard cut. Broncos general manager, George Patton. Slides a contract across the desk, says Russell Wilson, 10 years, $500 million. Broncos general manager, George Patton says, oh, fuck. I ain't got nothing for you here. We stuck.
What?
Guys are both named George Patton.
Yeah, I got it.
One a general in the Great War.
Yeah.
The other, the Broncos general manager, who doesn't have a plan.
Yeah, no.
He's stuck.
Yeah, he's stuck.
Also-
He's pinned down.
Wasn't Patton the general in World War II?
It sounds right. God damn it.
That might be right. Let me
it
start
is right.
over. World War II. They're colonels and lieutenants. They're rear tank brigade battalions, all right?
Uh-huh.
General George S. Patton.
Wait, you're going to do the whole ad?
You might know, yeah. You might know him as Bandito.
Yeah.
Or Old Blood and Guts.
Yeah.
It's the Second World War.
Uh-huh.
The Great War, as they call
Nope.
it.
Mm-mm.
He
First
looks around.
rule.
He says, hey, ain't no problem. We got this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, tough situation. I'll get us out. Oh, we're saddled with a bad
Contract.
no problem.
Uh-huh.
I got it handled. I'm George Patton.
Mm-hmm.
Old Blood and Guts.
Mm-hmm.
Hard cut. Denver Broncos GM
Uh-huh.
George Patton.
Uh-huh.
They slide him a contract over the table.
Uh-huh.
Quarterback Russell Wilson signed up for 13 years and $800 billion. GM George Patton. Oh, shit.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Oh. You're still
Damn.
doing this?
Yeah, dog. Well, you got me all kerfuffled on the entire...
Now do the Korean War. Do all the wars.
It's
1812. How many wars can you name?
That's a pretty good ad, huh?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Okay, read.
I don't have any good ones either.
Okay, read. What the fuck have you guys been doing? I'll tell you what, I know what fucking Dom Draper would have done.
What's that?
He would have fired everybody. All right, hold on. Go ahead. Highlighted. This is an ad about Tom Brady that I wrote.
This is really where I do shine because I can lock into the words.
Yep.
I just.
You're a great reader.
Yeah, tunnel vision. Scene begins as cameras enter a dark Tampa Bay Buccaneers facility. I got the giggles. All right, I'll be all right. The voices of NFL analysts can be heard. The 45-year-old Brady is doubtful this weekend as the Bucs prepare for the biggest game of the year. How will this thumb injury affect the Bucs offense? Brady receiving treatment around the clock. Cut to Brady treating his thumb alone in the training room with various modalities. He's making progress. Brady sits at his locker in a towel, peering over his phone. He's feverishly scrolling. He tries to put the phone down, but he can't. Ah! He bellows, in obvious pain. Hard cut. Tender. Swipe right at all costs.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's single.
That's a good
Yeah, honestly, that could be a commercial.
That's good. That could be a
That's
Super
way to
Bowl ad.
Stick it to Giselle.
Yeah.
Look, I'm getting rich talking about being single. Jim Irsay walks through a cemetery. He scans the rows of tombstones, deep in thought. He kneels down at a particular grave. He brushes the dust off of the headstone, revealing the name, Y.A. Tittle. He removes his cell phone from his suit pocket. Chris, yeah, I think we found our quarterback. Hard cut. Colts season tickets 2023.
You're good at this.
Yeah,
they
thanks,
love old quarterbacks.
Yeah, Dad's better.
Yeah. He called the GM. That was Ballard.
Yeah, Ballard. Yeah.
That's good.
Thank you.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Miami Dolphins facility.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Mike McDaniel's walking by the locker room. He does a double take. What the hell is that doing there? Gets on the phone. Hey, I need you guys over here real fast. Get over here. A couple days later, Tyreek Hill's walking by. What the hell? It's gone. Gets on the phone. Hey, you guys, you got to come over here. I need some help. You got to come over here. 2 or 3 more times, Mike McDaniel. But then it's Tua and Tyreek. Mike McDaniel walks back by. This Jalen Waddle. And
Jeff
Tyreek.
Wilson's there.
Jeff Wilson's there.
Mostert.
Everybody's there. Walking by. Hey, I need you here. It's gone. Oh, hey, here. I mean, we got to take it away.
Jalen Phillips there.
Hard cut. 2 guys carrying a ping pong table into the facility.
Topical.
2 guys in a truck moving company.
Oh, by the way, I wouldn't go with those guys. if you care for your landscaping or your hardscaping, I'd go somewhere else.
Also, how fucking funny is it that the Dolphins are removing the ping pong table this week?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's great that we could get all those guys for that ad.
yeah, that was good. That was good.
Budget.
What's the budget? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, your ads are fucking expensive.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
New York Giants front office. We're in the conference room. All right. Management is looking at the marketing team. They're saying, hey, fellas, great work on the new mascot. But we're going to need a name. All right. Hard cut. John Mayer's walking through a cemetery. Brushes off the name of a gravestone. Y.A. Titty. Makes a call into
titty?
makes a call into the to that phone you got in the middle of the conference table. Guys, I got our name. It's Y.A. Titty.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm really proud of this one.
I got an assist on that ad. I just want to be clear.
Okay.
I got a text message.
You had help on that.
Yeah. It was corporate Greg.
Not surprising. It was a quality ad.
Yeah. Brian Burns sits peacefully, receiving a pedicure. A woman kneels at his feet. He smiles and closes his eyes. He opens them and screams. The woman has suddenly begun twisting his ankle violently and won't let go. Her wig falls off. It's Mac Jones. Cut to Jaquan Brisker standing near a sexy young lady sitting on a bed. She motions for him to join her. He smiles and begins undressing. The sound of a busted window interrupts, and a burglar slides across the hardwood floor, leg extended, and forcefully kicks Brisker in the groin. He removes his mask. It's Mac Jones! Cut to elderly Eli Apple at a senior center. He shuffles down the hallway, gripping a walker. Down the hall, a male nurse swings open the door. As he approaches Apple, he barrel rolls into his legs, breaking them both. The nurse rolls to his feet, removes his PPE, nice,
Yeah.
and stands over Eli. It's Mac Jones. Hard cut. Mac Jones for prison.
Yep.
That's good.
Yeah, thanks.
That's good.
Thank you.
That's good.
Thank you.
That's good.
He should go to prison.
I have written down here athletic greens. I know I said it a little earlier. I just don't know if we're getting enough stuff sent to the office anymore. What's the address of what's the P.O. box? What's that sweatshirt company I love? Read Cowboy along with
Sweat.
Along with Roback. People can send size medium sweat. What do I like? Hooded sweatshirts?
Hooded sweatshirts.
SWET, is that what? Yeah.
Sweat clothing.
Good news is they can send it to 2150 Wise Street, number 5267.
That's good.
In Charlottesville,
That's
Virginia,
good.
22905. Athletic Greens can go there.
Yep.
You know?
I've been on the AG.
Yeah.
Yeah. First meal of my new year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. The New England Patriots Computer Lab.
Mhm.
Okay. This is going to be a slow pan. Joe Judge sitting there at his computer, on monster.com. Pan over to Matt Patricia, sitting there on his computer on monster.com.
Yeah.
Slow pan over to Bill Belichick. He's sitting there on his computer on monster.com. Because what the fuck were they doing? And those two cats looking for new jobs. Bill looking for an actual offensive coordinator because that was a fucked up situation.
Yeah.
All year long.
Yeah, that's good.
Matt Patricia's calling the plays.
Topical.
You got Mac Jones out there, second-year player.
We do an Indeed ad with Ursay and Saturday. Yeah, I haven't really connected the dots, but like, yeah, just anybody will do.
Yeah.
Give me a storyline.
All the snow in Buffalo. They couldn't get out. Now they could.
Easy. Giant Daryl Strawberry walks through New York. He walks over the Empire State Building. He walks over the Adirondacks. He heads up towards Toronto and stops in Buffalo, and he does a giant line of cocaine. Hard cut. Giant baseball players.
All right. Philly training room. Hey, Jalen, it's week 18 and the NFC East is somehow up for grabs. Do you think you can go? Man, it hurts.
As soon as you said Jalen, I knew a Hurts pun was coming.
Oh man.
Jalen Hurts for standing up for yourself and not rushing back too soon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do a Justin Fields ad.
Sure, happily. Chicago Bears training facility.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Justin, it's week 18, and we got a shot at that number 1 pick. Hey, it's Peter, man.
That's
office,
brilliant.
Office
space.
space.
That's good.
Yeah. That's fucking took me a second.
good.
Goddamn,
You
that's
nailed
good.
the voice too.
Hey,
It's Peter, man.
Yeah, Justin Fields for
Breast exam, Channel 9.
for 90s movies. Justin Fields for Justin Fields for Netflix. Justin Fields for Prime Video.
Yeah.
You know, where you can see Office Space, is what I'm saying.
Okay, the Broncos, they're playing a game, and Al Michaels is like, Broncos can't get out of the shadow of their own fucking end zone. Jeez, they've been backed up all day. Cut to Russell Wilson's house. Sierra's like, toilet's clogged. He's like, oh, we'll just use the other one. Hard cut, Kohler. Get more toilets.
Yeah.
Never be backed
Ton
up.
of toilets in there. Yep. That's really good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
That's really good.
It's an English class.
Yep.
Classroom English. They roll in the TV, you know, like they did. It's on that stand. It's got a strap over top of it. Big old tube TV. They wheel that sucker in. They show a video of an NFL referee saying, after further review, the ruling on the field stands. All right. So then the English teacher says, hey, you don't need to use extraneous words.
Uh-huh.
The play was under review.
Yeah.
It was not under further review.
Yes.
The play happened, and then you reviewed it.
Yep.
That's not further review. That's your standard review.
Yep.
Hard cut. Fucking grammar and shit, man.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be efficient with your words.
Mm-hmm.
Grammarly. Hard cut. Grammarly. What's that exactly?
It's like telling you that your writing could be more concise or your grammar is wrong.
Yeah. Is that like a website?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids use it to cheat.
Hard cut. Spark Notes.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking of a service that would hire Urban Meyer to do your job before you so that you look amazing
That's good.
by like comparison.
That's really good.
That's
good.
That's all I got.
Hard cut monster. Hard cut Zip Recruiter.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Okay. All right. It's the Mercedes-Benz Georgia Dome. It's Peach Bowl. You got Georgia out there, and you got Ohio State out there. We're at midfield before the game for the coin toss. The official says, gentlemen, congratulations on a great season. Ohio State, you're the visitor. You'll call either the Mercedes-Benz Georgia Dome, sponsored by Chick-fil-A, erected in 2017, got a dope roof, and has hosted many great sporting events and otherwise. Or you can select the flip side. Chick-fil-A, popular fast food
I get the idea
chain
of what was
where
happening.
there's nuggets and waffle fries and milkshakes, and they love Jesus.
Yeah.
And they're not open on Sundays. And, it's fast food done right. Eat more chicken. And the players, hard cut Snickers, want to get away because, God damn it, we can't do a heads or a tails anymore. We got to do all
That's
these
your
corporate,
best ad today,
We got to
dude.
do all these corporate sponsors.
the microphone off the
I mean, it was ridiculous.
telescopic arm.
Hey, kids, heads today will be
Yeah.
fucking Mercedes-Benz, a General Motors company, brought to you by Chrysler.
Fucking tortilla chips on one side of the coin.
Now, if you want to call tails, that's going to be Chick-fil-A, presenting sponsor of the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. And then you call, then the kid calls tails, and it's like, well, fuck, I forgot which one was
Yeah,
which.
right, exactly.
God damn.
Which side has the bad boy mower on
Yeah.
there? You know?
I thought I called Gasparilla.
Yeah. Hey,
Fucking heads or tails.
Jimbo Fisher walks around the locker room. Get your helmet on, guys. Getting ready to play. Get your helmet on. Hey, helmets. Helmets.
I know.
Hey, helmet, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And guys are like running out the door, and he's like, go get your helmet. A voice can be heard over his shoulder. I'll take this from here, Jimbo. Hard cut. Bobby Petrino is back.
Yeah.
He knows about helmets.
Yeah, that's good.
Fool me twice.
Yeah. Great setup.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
By the way, that had to have come from on high. Hey, Jimbo, we'll buy you out $80 million, no problem. Somebody else is going to be calling the plays. You know Jimbo's not happy with that situation.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Hard cut. Jimbo sad.
We good? We all out of ads?
Kung Fu Tea. It's shit.
Okay. Everybody take care.
Y'all take care. Hey! Oh! Cowboy, we still rolling? Everybody out there take care. Especially Howie Long. Happy birthday, big fella.
You motherfucker, what day is it right now?
Woohoo!
Oh no, it's tomorrow.
His actual birthday.
God damn it, you're gonna fucking cuck me on this.
You can do your dad.
Yeah, it's all good.
Nah, do your dad.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Why do you have Stanford Steve's birthday on your calendar and not your dad's?
I don't have a oh, I didn't set that. I think it was all employees. Yeah, but January 6, 1960, the world became a better place. I imagine my dad emerged from a ball of lightning like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator 2. That's how I imagine baby Howie Long showed up on planet Earth. He's just such a force of nature, man. I'm so glad he's here. Love you, Dad.
I am too. Howard Matthew Moses Long.
Yep. So happy birthday, Howie Long.
Happy birthday, Big How. Love you, man.
Dad.
Whoa. It's a simultaneous love you.
Listen to the full podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other podcast streaming platforms. Wherever you want to get the podcast, you can get the podcast. Pretty simple. New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Podcasts get pretty wild. This is real tame.